Hey guys, Yuri here. Why don't most spouses support your dreams? Why don't most spouses support their spouse's dreams? I don't know. I've got a couple ideas here that I want to share with you, but it's really unfortunate. And I share this with you because, we've had now more than about 1,000 conversations on the phone with health and fitness experts looking to grow their coaching businesses over the past 11 months or so. And there's a lot of lessons we've learned over this process. And one of the things is and this is the infamous objection you never want to hear is I need to talk to my spouse. Now, obviously we have ways of handling that so it doesn't come up in the first place, but if it does, well, here's the reality. What we found, and you may have found the same thing as this. You're on the phone with someone, they're at the peak of their excitement, their enthusiasm to possibly work with you. Now, do you think that is going to go up or down when they leave the phone call? It's going to go down. There's no way they can possibly be more committed and more motivated than they are on the phone. And so the way I see it is if there's no commitment on the phone, there's no clients. In our experience, about 90% of follow-ups don't end up happening, or what ends up happening is we get on the phone with the person who said, yes, I'm in, I just got to sleep on this or talk to my husband. And here's what happens. Immediately, we're like, man, I'm so excited to work with you. I really had a good feeling based on our initial conversation. And as soon as they start talking, you can feel the difference in their energy. I've done some thinking and nothing ever good comes from that. I talked to my spouse, ... nothing good ever is going to come from the end of that sentence. So why don't most spouses support their spouse, right? So if someone's on the phone with you and they want to enroll in your program, they go talk to their spouse. Why doesn't that spouse support them? There's a few reasons. Number one, the spouse wants to keep them safe because they think that doing something uncertain or unknown is dangerous. And the only reason they can think that is because they weren't on the phone with you in the first place. So they have no context of the conversation. Obviously, they're going to think that, their spouse is up to some dangerous, tricky things, some weird internet business scam. That's naturally going to be their thinking. Second is if the spouse has no business acumen or no history or experience running their own business, they should have no say in the matter. Listen, it depends on how the money is split and so forth between the spouses. But quite honestly, if someone has no experience in business, how can they possibly give you any advice? Because the advice they're going to give you is coming from such a limited scope of their own fear and uncertainty. Again, they've got no context to the conversation. They're coming from a place where they want to keep you safe and maybe playing small so that they don't feel small as you grow. And this is a challenge. So it's unfortunate that this happens so often, but if you are in a position where you're talking to prospective clients, you need to make sure that both parties, husband and wife, business partners, are on the phone together because they both need to be fully informed in order to have a normal intellectual conversation about does this make sense or not. If you've got one person on the phone, then they're gonna try to recap everything you talked about with your spouse. It's gonna be like broken telephone. Are they gonna be able to explain your model to their spouse properly? No way, right? Chances are you can't even explain your model to your clients properly. At least in our experience, that's the situation that most people are in, and that's one of the things we help them with. But if you want to avoid the spouse thing, right, you have to get both people on the phone. And if one person's on the phone and they say, listen, I need to talk to my husband, great. Don't even continue the conversation until that husband or wife is on the phone with you. Remember, people, their first priority, the primitive brain wants to keep us safe. It wants to keep us out of danger. And the only time we feel, or one of the ways that we feel in danger is when we're embarking upon something new, when we are embarking upon something that's unknown, that's uncomfortable, that's uncertain. And the reality is that business is uncertain. You don't know with 100% certainty what's going to happen. You can show thousands of testimonials, but that doesn't mean anything because other people's results have no impact on your results. They have no impact on the specific person you're speaking with. It's up to that individual. So anyways, let me know in the comments if this is something that resonates with you, if this is something that you've had to deal with, dealing with the whole spouse thing. And if you can add some more context to this conversation, like why do you feel that more spouses aren't as supportive as they could be. Anyways, let me know in the comments below. I'm just looking out here for crocodiles just in case I'm not paying attention. I'm in Mexico. There are crocodiles here. So yeah, anyways, let me know in the comments below. Let me know what you think. Another reason why might be why spouses aren't as supportive as they could be with new business ventures. And hope this video has helped you out. Talk to you soon.